are in your own individual universe. In fact, everyone is in their own individual parallel universe. Every one of us is living in a separate parallel version of Earth. Your reality is completely different to someone who is sitting right next to you, or your partner, or your brothers, or your best friends. And there's only you in your reality. There is only your energy existing in your reality. There is no reality other than your definition of reality. Therefore, everyone is living different versions of this same world. Hello, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Juliet Cleary. I'm a manifestation coach. And if you resonate with this message, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and tap that bell icon. If you would like to work together, that information is in the description box below for you, as well as the link to my meditation channel. We're going to be talking about you having your own parallel universe. You are the only one in your reality. But also what happens when you shift realities, when you shift timelines, what happens to your old reality, what happens to the people in your life. Okay, so there is no reality. Okay, there's nothing outside of you. Everything exists within you, and reality is happening within your consciousness. There is no reality. What you experience is your beliefs, your assumptions, your definitions of things. You essentially experience more of yourself. Like I've said before, it's like you're in one of those rooms of mirrors in those carnivals. And all the reflections may look like different people and circumstances, but essentially they are all you. They're all reflections of you, because in your reality, your physical reality experience that you're having, you're experiencing yourself. You're experiencing more of you, and it's only your energy. It is only your energy in your reality. So even when, you're interacting with other people, you are using your energy to do that. That's why there is no such thing as assertion, as someone asserting something into your reality, because you must match it. You must do it with your energy in order for that to happen to you. And, it can be it's usually an unconscious thing. But the really cool thing about this that I love is that we're all living in different universes. Literally, we're living in different parallel universes. So my version of Earth is different to your version of Earth, because your reality, because there's no reality, your reality experience of this world is based on your beliefs and your definitions on who you are being, right? And same for me. So for example, you could have something like negative things about the government, right? Like the government's trying to do this, and the government has this plan, or these evil people, or Illuminati, or whatever. All these things happening, and it's like, oh my God, but people don't know that this is happening. But it may not be happening in their reality. If you're coming across all these things, and of course, if you're matching it with fear, right? Anything that you match with like fear or those lower emotions, you match the frequency of it. So for example, if you're living in fear and you're getting all these experiences coming to you that match that, but also you're looking at a situation and you're feeling really fearful about it, then yeah, that could be part of your reality. But the person sitting right next to you, they may be completely unaware of that, or maybe they're aware of it and just have no feeling response to it. Either way, it's not in their reality. Based on their vibration, their beliefs, they're in a completely different version of Earth to you. So what you're saying, this is how it is, and no, this is the truth, and this is what's happening, it may not be happening for them. Like, I know that it sounds, well, a little insane, but that's how it works. We're all in different, living in different parallel realities, and we're shifting all the time. People who are predicting negative things to come. That's one timeline. It's one potential. Now you could match up with that. You could feel the fear of it and really believe in it and buy into it. Therefore, you match the frequency of it. Therefore, that's part of your universe and your reality, right? Most likely. But you could also choose to have compassion or send love to whatever situation or whatever people, right? Unconditional love. Or you could choose what you simply prefer and decide that the best thing that you can do for any situation is to raise your own frequency and consciousness, right? Raise your vibration. You're living on a different version of Earth. You're not living in that reality where there's something really horrible going on or going to happen. It would have no effect on you. Again, nothing can come into your reality and affect you. You have to invite it in. It's your energy. So for anyone with anything, like any subject is saying, this is how it is. Or if you go to this hotel, it's going to be a bad experience, or like anything. Like they're saying their beliefs, their experiences, or their situations. It has absolutely nothing to do with you, and it doesn't mean that it's a part of your reality unless you buy into it with like fear or worry, or you simply just choose to believe that. Otherwise, it doesn't have to have anything to do with you. And sometimes what you're seeing, you can see that things that are like unwanted are happening, doesn't mean it's in your reality. And already, if you have been focused more on like raising your vibration, on your happiness, on this kind of work, you're watching this video, you're already like, if you're seeing negative things in other people's lives, most likely that is not actually in your reality. It's not in your version of your world. It's not in your universe. And there will even be some people or situations that are so far from the frequency that you are, that they're just like not at all in your experience, or you never see those people anymore and things like that. But usually you can still kind of see what's going on in other realities, in other versions of Earth. And Bashar put this in a really beautiful way. He said, sometimes it's because from your place of like, you've been focusing on love and joy and, you know, following your excitement and all of that, and you're seeing negative things in other people's lives, right? Maybe on social media or on TV or whatever. But he said that it's like a window. That's not your reality. But you can still see into these different worlds, into these different options, because it's a time of choosing right now which direction you're going in. But one of the reasons why it's still like that is because for those people who are in darkness or struggling or suffering or, you know, those lower frequencies, they still have the opportunity to look at those of us who are in love and joy, right? In compassion or in forgiveness, and seeing that that's an option for them too. So just because you see something that's happening doesn't mean it's actually in your version of Earth, in your universe. So this is entirely your reality. So you have to own your power, take ownership of that. Everything is you in your reality. There's no one version of Earth. There's no one world or one reality that everyone's experiencing. Again, because there is no reality. It's all projections of our own consciousness. We're all having different experiences in our own little boxes, in our own separate boxes, in our own separate universes. Of course, we're still interacting with each other, but we're doing it with our energy. So know that there's not one truth of how things are, and that it is totally up to you to decide what world you live in, what you prefer to live, who you are, and what is true for you. And so what happens with other people is that we're all coexisting on different levels, different frequencies. So because all different parallel versions of us exist and all different versions of our life exist, then, for example, I exist on all different frequencies. If I'm raising my frequency, that's the simplest way to put it, with whatever I'm doing, I'm raising my frequency, I'm shifting realities, I'm shifting to vastly different and better feeling, right? Improved realities. Now, it's not like I'm leaving people behind, although if people are just really not a match, they will fall away, right? But as you raise your frequency, because the other people in your life also exist on these frequencies, because you exist everywhere, right? We're all the same subatomic particle. We're all made of the same stuff. We're all that source energy, that God, right? The I am. So because we exist everywhere and we exist on all different timelines, all different frequencies, then there's a part of these people that you know that also exist on this higher frequency, this new timeline or reality that you have shifted to. And it's usually an unconscious thing, right? But if that person is willing to acknowledge themselves on that higher frequency, they'll come up and match you. They'll continue to match you, and they show up as a seemingly different or changed person, but no one ever changes, right? Again, you're shifting to a reality where they're a different person and they exist at that different frequency, and you're interacting with them now. So it seems like things have changed. You've changed, and so you shift to a parallel world or universe where everything has changed as well. But sometimes there may be people in your life who are not willing, for whatever reason, for whatever, theme that they're playing out, whatever reason that they're here, whatever reason, they're unwilling to acknowledge that they're at this higher frequency, and so they won't match you. You raise your frequency, they won't match you, they'll leave your experience, they'll leave your life, right? But for the most part, I feel like a lot of the people that you know and love tend to come up with you, and you continue to attract different versions of them. And it's really important to acknowledge that it's not just even a different version of them, it's literally a different person. Looks kind of the same, right? Oh, sometimes the appearance can change a little bit. Same with you when you shift and you change, because you literally change person, you literally change identity. And so it makes sense that you start to look a little different, right? As well as other things and behaviors and actions and patterns that change within you. But just like you have shifted and changed, and so you're literally a different person, the other people that you're now interacting with are literally different people too. So acknowledge that and realize that, as opposed to maybe sometimes when you have shifted, but you're still affirming that you're the same and that they're the same and that this is the same and that circumstance is the same. You have enough free will and power to do that, but it's better if you don't do that. If you do that less and you choose to focus on the fact that they are new, that you are new, this is a new box, this is a new universe, a new reality, a new you, new circumstances, new life. Simply because that is the truth. So that is why everyone is a reflection of you, right? Everyone is you pushed out. Everyone is your mirror, because you're in a reality experience where it is just mirrors of you and you're still interacting with others, but you're using your energy to do that. You create a version of them in order to interact with them. So it's still all you. And not to mention we're all the same subatomic particle. We're all made of the same stuff. We're all that is. But we're having our individual experiences in our individual parallel universes. So the people in your life and the circumstances in your life are mirrors. Always mirrors, always reflections, and will continue to match you. Now this is big. So along with that, when you shift realities, like I get this question sometimes of like, what happens to the old me? Or what happens to like the consciousness of the new reality? Like I've moved into that new reality, that new personality, but where did their consciousness go? And like what happened to my old reality and all the old stuff? So remember that you are all that is. Like think about that for a second. take it in. Everything. You are all that is. You are everything. You are everywhere. Okay? Like I said, you exist on all frequencies. You exist in all parallel realities, and there are infinite numbers of them. You are existence itself. You are the universe itself. So in that sense, even though there are different personalities, different identity structures, like different personality structures and different identities in all these different realities that you can tap into and that you are tapping into all the time based on your choices and who you are being and what you're assuming to be true. There is your consciousness in every single one of them, but it's still your consciousness. So it's not exactly like yes, there's another personality on this timeline, on this reality. There's a different identity, like literally a different person, but it's the same consciousness flowing through that, right? It's your consciousness that's flowing through all of them. And so you're everywhere. When you shift to a new reality where you're living your dreams, or even if you're tapping into it in imagination, which means you are actually living it and you have actually experienced it because you are reality, there's nothing outside of you. It's simply you, the consciousness that you are, tapping into this new identity, this new timeline, this new reality, this new parallel universe, this new personality structure, but it's still your consciousness. And Bashar put this so beautifully. He said that because you are all that is and you are everywhere, you have eyes everywhere. And so you got to remember you're not this body. You're not this body, and you're not this physical body, and even this personality. This is not you. You're the consciousness behind it. And you can place that consciousness into any version of yourself. You can look through the eyes of a new personality, a new identity, into a new world, right? Into a new reality experience. But he said, you were always there. You were still always there as well in that reality, right? In this incredible reality, the one you're wanting to live, the reality of your dreams. You're always there, but now you're looking through those eyes. Before you were looking through the eyes of a different reality, a different personality, right? A different life. You're a different person. And now you're using your consciousness, who you really are, to look through the eyes of a different person. So your old reality and the old versions of you and the old beliefs and everything, of course that still exists, and you could go back there and you could tap into it if you wanted to. You could go back and live that, but you also have infinite choices. You are the consciousness, not the body and not the personality. So who do you want to be, and what eyes do you want to look through? Into what reality? Your old reality exists, but it's now a potential for you to look through, right? And again, you have many old realities, or you have infinite potentials. You have infinite pasts, right? I made a video on revision, which was just like the way I'd never heard revision ever before. Just like change my perspective, because you're not pretending, you're tapping into real past timelines. So you have infinite pasts and you have infinite futures. But really, it's all here and now. But again, it's so important to remember that all of this, when we're thinking of all these timelines, all these versions of me, these infinite ideas and manifestations and realities and even dimensions and whatever, they all exist and only exist within you. So no more placing your power or anything else outside of you, because there's nothing outside. You're tapping into what's within you. Therefore, gosh, remembering that you are all that is, you're everything. Therefore, you have it all, and you have it all, not just at your fingertips, but it's just you within you, right? You have it all. Literally, you have it all. It can be no other way. So accept that. Remind yourself of that if you have to, and use that multidimensional superpower to choose and continue to choose the parallel reality or the parallel universe that you prefer to be in, and the personality structure that you prefer to upgrade into. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this, make sure to comment below, share this with anyone who you think may resonate with hearing it. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you would like to work together, that information is in the description box below for you. Have an incredible day. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you next time.